Hey guys, yesterday I had gotten my new issue of Blade magazine, and then I realized that I don't have any videos or anything on knife literature. I'm a subscriber to Blade magazine. Uh, it's a really good magazine. You know, if you're into knives, seriously into knives, I highly suggest getting a subscription to Blade. Blade is probably the most common knife magazine. Comes out monthly. Also, I want to show you two different ones that are very common. Of course, you have Blade magazine. Then you have another magazine, which is called Tactical Knives, and they cater to more so for tactical knives. Blade magazine kind of covers the whole spectrum, from everything from slip joints to custom knives. It covers it all. Tactical Knives magazine, although they cover a lot of different knife stuff, like I said, they cater more towards tactical designs. A little bit, probably more what's popular these days. I think a lot of, especially in younger collectors and knife enthusiasts, cater more towards tactical designs and tactical locking frames. But also another great one. I buy these sometimes off the newsstand. I don't subscribe to Tactical Knives, but every now and then I'll pick up a different issue, just for variety. And then the last one here is actually I grabbed another Tactical Knives. I meant to grab a different one here. Let me find it real quick. Right here. If you're wondering where I am, right next to this table where I film, I have a little magazine holder on the wall. But the last one here is Knives Illustrated. Now, Knives Illustrated, for the most part, they talk a lot about customs, custom knives. They have some production. You see here like a Boker, some production knives, but for the most part, they're talking a lot about custom designs and stuff like that. So, although all three magazines cover a broad spectrum of knives, Knives Illustrated is better if you're more into custom knives. Tactical Knives magazine, obviously self-explanatory if you're more into the tactical designs. And then Blade magazine kind of covers them all. But Blade magazine mostly focuses on production folders, and that's why I like this a lot, because that's mainly what I'm into is production folding knives. But they're all great. You see here the stack here, my old issues. Sometimes if you go on the forums, guys will sell like a whole year of old subscriptions, real cheap. Also, another thing I happen to have over here is a knife paper, Knife World. This is set up like a newspaper. These usually are talking about slip joints, all more traditional style knives, lockback knives, stuff like that. I rarely see any information on here on production folders or even some custom stuff. Not to say it doesn't happen. It's just on average. On average, this is good. Like if you have maybe an older gentleman, maybe your grandfather's into knives, or your father, or something like that, he would maybe appreciate this more because it discusses and talks about knives that he may be more familiar with. Like I said, slip joints, stuff like that. As you can see on the back here, you got an article, Granddad's Knife. So, self-explanatory. But very cool. They're all great. As you could probably tell by now, I really, really love knives. So much so that when I'm not actually buying them and playing with them and using them, I read about them. It's good to get caught up on the latest designs, and it's really, really cool to read about different makers and the actual guys making these knives, designing these knives, and the people using them. It's really, really good. Very interesting stuff. And when you're in the bathroom, you need some reading material, something. Being a knife nut, you can't get any better than Knife Mag. But I thought I'd show a video on that. And if you're interested, they all have their own websites. I believe this is blademag.com. You can check that out. I don't know about the other ones though. Obviously just do a Google search and I'm sure you can find some information. But thank you for your time.